What's happening, everybody? How you doing? Possum here at the Hollywood Palladium with Disturbed, Dan and David. How you guys doing, man?
Good, man.
Awesome.
Dude, this is a cool little dressing room, man. Thank you for inviting us into your abode.
Yeah, we try to make a little bit of vibe where there is none, you know?
Yeah, it's usually pretty too sterile in most venues, so this gives some kind of vibe to it.
I don't see you guys being like sterile individuals on the road. You know, I've seen the show. It's very lots of smoke and lights and girls going crazy. I mean, you guys live in the rock life, right?
It depends what you call the rock life these days. I mean, you know, most of the guys are here with their families or have families at home waiting, or that come out from time to time. I'm the last one to not yet enter into that fray.
We usually pick and choose our nights when we're going to get a little crazy. I mean, of course, we have those moments quite often too, but right now at the moment I got my wife and my 2 kids out with me too, and nanny, so that gives us a little bit of free time when we want to get crazy.
Wow, you got a whole family out. Now you, though, you're the single man out here, so you're still out there having fun.
Newly single.
There you go. You enjoying that?
You know something, brother, to be honest with you, I'm like a fish out of water right now. Still trying to find out how to do what I used to do. It's I've digressed in levels of power, but I don't know. I think that life, to be honest with you, even though people love the stereotype and people love to dig into it, gets old after a while. And we've been in this for 12 years now, so it comes a point in time in your life when you start to want very different things. Don't get me wrong, I still like having a good time.
I bet.
And I certainly continue to appreciate, you know, a piece of 8 to 10 spot ass from now and every now and again.
Yes.
But it's definitely lost a bit of its flavor in terms of the meaninglessness of it.
I got you. Well, if you want to trade spots, I'll do that any single time with you, my man. You know, it's all been documented about the albums, the success, and, you know, your guys' music. I want to know about you guys, you know, like, what's your secret to staying together so long? I mean, are you guys still, like, super tight best buds as you were when you started this thing?
I think a lot of bands are surprised when they're on tour with us to see how much we are together all the time. I mean, we'll be in the catering room together eating dinner. On our off days, a lot of times we'll get together and go out to dinner somewhere, and I think that kind of shocks a lot of people that we're not at opposite ends of the room ignoring each other, and it's just a business now. You know, this is a long time friendship, and we're passionate about what we do, and you know, we respect each other and what everybody brings to the table, and you know, everything's just going good. We're still climbing that ladder. I think that's a lot of it too, because we still know that we're going uphill. We still got a lot more that we've been accomplishing and want to accomplish, and you know, that's why we're still tight.
Gotcha. Now, what about as far as other bands? You toured with so many bands. Who are some of your best band buddies? Like, who do you guys like broing down with as far as other groups?
We love the guys in Seven Dust. We're very happy to have them out on the road with us. There's any number. We became really close with the guys from 10 Years. We became close with a lot of bands. I mean, the guys from Mudvayne, guys, you know, back in the day, you know, the original dynamic duo of Dimebag and Vinny and the Pantera days. I mean, you know, there's really nobody we don't get along with. We got to get along really well with the guys in Slipknot as we did this past tour. So, we're not a, you know, name it. We can get along with anybody. We're not one of those bands that you only see us, you know, when we go to take the stage or glimpses in and out of the dressing room. We like to hang out. We like to be social.
Right.
So.
When we're on a tour that's a month long or 2 months long, and you're around these people every day, you know, it's kind of, you know, nice to see other faces every now and then too, and just kind of, you know, just get new friends out of it, you know, so it's great.
That's cool. Now, speaking of Slipknot, you did the Rockstar Mayhem tour last year, and we were there, talked with a lot of the bands, and we spoke with Five Finger Death Punch. I want to play you what they said. So let's roll the tape, okay? Has anybody surprised you on this tour? Like, oh my God, I didn't know they were that good? Like, who's blown you away so far?
Well, we toured with Disturbed, but the production was a little more scaled down on that compared to this. So seeing them in that setup, to me, they're stealing the festival, man. I love it.
They absolutely are.
They're great, man.
We've watched them all 3 nights so far, and every single night, it's almost, and I hate to say it, but I mean, they're handing even Slipknot their ass.
What do you guys think about that?
Gotta love those 500 punch guys, don't you?
Yeah, we heard about that comment. I didn't realize it was with you guys.
I am responsible. I asked the question.
You know something? We certainly appreciate the compliment, and it is a tremendous compliment because Slipknot are a phenomenon, and
Yes.
I think that I don't know that I agree with the statement necessarily, but I think we're definitely flattered by it, and we have the most tremendous respect and admiration for the Slipknot camp and what they do
Oh, yeah.
from a live perspective, and I think that there's a lot that we did for one another in terms of elevating our respective performances. It's great to be able to have a band at that level that does what they do at the level that they do, to make you really want to step up your game. And so if we in fact seemed more intense at times, or did, in certain people's opinion, a better job, a lot of it was due to Slipknot.
Yeah.
So
The rival,
I mean,
I'm sure you guys
yeah.
pushing each other night after night had to be a great
Sure.
thing.
I mean, any great band that we've toured with in the past, I mean, it's all friendly competition, but everybody knows you want to go up there and make a statement with your band. So, and the end result, the fans get even a better show because, everybody wants to bring their A game and just leave a big impression. And that's what we try to do night after night. And that's why we love doing tours like that with great bands, because we know we have to step it up. There's always going to be that fire lit under us to give it our best.
Oh yeah, well, that was a great tour last year. Great way to kick off Rockstar Mayhem. You guys did a great double punch. You're doing Music as a Weapon, obviously. That's your guys' tour. Who did you pick this year and why? How do you go about picking the bands?
the agent that we have working for us in CAA, they basically put the word out, and we end up getting a list back, and then we end up starting to make choices from that list of people that wanted to participate. There's a number of other factors that are involved in terms of what kind of heat they're carrying at that particular point in time, if they have an album that's about to drop, what kind of label support they have, how much they're willing to contribute to the tour.
And how much of a fan of the band we are too. You know, we're not. You know, even if there's a lot of heat behind somebody, we still
we don't like them, they're not
We still like
making
to take out bands that we're into. You know, so
That's
it's,
probably first and foremost. We
That's
have to
good.
like the band, and all three of those bands we very much into in terms of Killswitch, Lacuna Coil, and Chimera. So we've actually toured with all of them before,
Right.
And so we know what they're capable of, and we're friends with all of them, and so it should make for some great camaraderie and truly a powerful night.
To get more altitude, text ALT to 44688 or go to GoTVNetworks.com.